Hey 365ers, welcome to another week of Kinnect365. I pray that you are doing well, that your family is safe, and that you are safe, and I pray that you are prospering even during this time. We had a big week last week. We had a new president sworn in, new inauguration, our first vice president that is a woman, and not only a woman of color. And it is a magnificent thing that is going on in our country right now. I want to ask you something as we think about the times that we are in, and that's, are you praying? One of the things that I talked about even when President Trump was elected was the need to pray for our leaders. And some people say, well, this isn't my president because I didn't vote for them. But if you are an American citizen, every president is your president. It may not be the president you voted for, but that is your president. And so whether you like it or not, every president needs your prayers. So are you praying? Are you praying for this administration to do God's will and to do the best that they can do to move our country forward? President Franklin D. Roosevelt said, I ask that our people devote themselves in continuance of prayer. As we rise each new day, and again, when each new day is spent, let words of prayer be on our lips. Every day we rise, and every day when the day is spent, when the day is over, let prayer be on our lips. That goes right along with what Paul said to Timothy when he talked to him in 1 Timothy chapter number 2. And he says, I exhort first of all that supplications and prayers and intercessions and giving of thanks be made for all men, not just our candidate, not just the one that we voted for, but prayer and supplication should be made for everyone, for kings and all who are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and reverence. That's what God desires us to do when it comes to our leaders. And so today, I'm asking you, are you praying? Are you praying for our country? Are you praying for our leaders? Are you praying for those that are in the Senate, those that are in the House? Are you praying for your pastor? Anyone who is in a leadership position, the Bible instructs us to pray for them. So when you wake up, pray for them. Before you go to sleep, pray for them. And ask that God would direct their heart, God would direct their actions, God would direct their movements, because at the end of the day, it's all in God's hands. Man can't do anything outside of what God allows. Man can't do anything. Yes, man has freedom of will. Man has freedom of purpose. Man has freedom of thought. But he still has to come under subjection to God. So I want to encourage you, my brother, my sister, 365er, even you lifers, pray. Pray for President Biden. Pray for Vice President Harris. Pray for Mitch McConnell, Senator Mitch McConnell. Pray for Senator Chuck Schumer. Pray for Representative Nancy Pelosi. Pray for Representative McCarthy. Those are all of those that are in leadership. Our new senators, our new House congresswomen and congressmen, pray for them and keep them in your prayers constantly as we move forward. So when we go down on our knees, we don't just want to pray for our needs. We don't just want to pray for what we want. We don't just want to pray for our desires. We don't just want to pray for new houses and new cars and things that benefit us. But we need to pray for God's kingdom to come. That's what the Lord instructed us to pray. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And so what I want is God's kingdom to be shown here on earth. Whatever is happening in heaven, whatever God has in mind in heaven, I want it to manifest itself in the earth. And that is going to happen through not just you, but through those that are in leadership. So let's put ourselves aside. I said it all through President Trump's administration. Whether you liked him, whether you didn't like him, you have to pray. You have to stay prayerful, you have to stay mindful, and you have to stay in a place to where you are seeking the will of God. And that's what God would have for us to do. So listen, I'm glad that you're here to see 2021. I'm glad I'm here to see 2021. God has great things ahead of us for the rest of the year, but it's going to happen through you being prayerful, through me being prayerful, through all of us praying for each other and praying for our leaders. So come on, let's pray. Are you praying? Are you seeking God? Are you being thoughtful of those that are in leadership in your prayer time? If not, start doing it today. If you haven't been, today's a good day to start. You can start saying the right thing, the right time, and your prayers can make a difference. This is 365. I want you to come back on next week. And if you would, do me a favor. Make sure you share and invite somebody to join you here on our 365 journey. And if you have a question that you'd like me to address, I'd love for you to inbox me your question. Send me a video of you asking your question and we'll answer it right here on 365. We'll see you next Monday. Make sure you share and subscribe and invite someone to join you.